909 in Studio is brought to you by 90.9 The Bridge in Kansas City. To find out how you can become a sustaining member or to donate, go to bridge909.org. This is pure joy today here in the Bridge Studios as we're joined by Amanda Shires, the new album To the Sunset, her 7th. She's playing tonight at Knuckleheads. Welcome home.
That's not my 7th.
Well, what now?
It's not my 7th.
It's not your 7th?
No.
It's your 6th?
No.
It's your 8th?
It goes.
Ninth?
West Cross Timbers, Carrying Lightning, Down Fell the Doves, my piece of it. 5th.
Fifth?
Yep.
Okay. Well, there's one that you sometimes count and sometimes don't.
Never. I never count that one.
Okay. Makes me want to find it all the more.
Well, if you like public domain fiddle tunes only, you're going to love it.
You know, it's always nice to start things off getting things completely wrong. Yeah. So tonight at Knuckleheads, welcome back to Kansas City. You lived here for a while.
I did. It's always great to be back.
Got some family here, so that's good.
Yeah.
You know, and since we saw you last, I believe it's since we saw you last, 2017 Emerging Artist of the Year, Americana Music Awards.
Watch out.
So that's pretty good. I think you got more press for what you wore that day.
What did I wear?
Didn't you wear didn't you? Oh, that was actually the CMAs.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, the CMAs. You went to the CMAs and wore Mama Wants to Change That Nashville Sound.
And I got voted the worst dressed on E! Online and the best by Rolling Stone.
Yeah. How'd that make you feel?
Made me feel like, well, nobody watches E! Is what I felt like. And then I also felt like, why can't I can wear a shirt? All these other dudes are wearing shirts.
Yeah, absolutely. So so I've been wrong twice now. That's pretty incredible.
Should we start over?
Yeah, I'd like to, but this is live, so
okay.
we're just stuck here. But, you know, the changing the Nashville sound, you've done that with this record.
Oh,
the stated goal is to bring some sunshine into the world. And, you know, here you are, you've done records that have, you know, a lot of them have been like fiddle tunes, Americana sort of feeling. And this one's been compared to REM, the Smiths, and Echo and the Bunnymen.
We've done it. We've done it.
So that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I was thinking about this record and how it wasn't all that long ago. You know, you're not very old. It's like 10 years old, Mineral Springs, Texas, violin on the pawn shop wall.
Yeah, I was 10 years old, and I don't know how old I am right now. I have to look at Wikipedia. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was a question or a statement.
Well, Dad got you the violin,
Right.
Mom got you the lessons, and 5 years later, you are touring with the Texas Playboys.
Yeah, I think that was just a result of all my stuff always working and living near Tommy Alsop for a minute. And being willing to take the third part, which is the least fun part in a harmony.
So did you learn more about music or about life touring with those guys?
Life, I think, quicker than, yeah, definitely.
First shot of whiskey?
Yep.
I mean, most people get it out behind the football stadium in high school. You got it touring with the Texas Playboys.
Yeah. Now everybody knows that I had my first shot of whiskey with a bunch of 70-year-old men.
You know,
My reputation's gonna. You only get one.
There is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. Actually, the one
And it was good.
I would say that, like, if you're looking for stories of personal behavior that it might be a little bit more shocking, the one that sort of struck me was when you were watching Billy Joe Shaver on stage, and there was a violin up there that wasn't being played.
Yeah, I just ran up there and jumped up there and stole it and started playing it, and then that's how I got the gig.
Yeah, ended up joining his band.
Yeah.
Could have been arrested.
Yeah, well, he's been arrested.
So it would have been a respect thing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I started playing with him, and he heard one of my songs and told me to go be a songwriter, and I thought I was getting fired. I was like, no, I love my job. All I want to do is just play the fiddle. And then a year later, I packed up a U-Haul and drove 16 hours to Nashville to pursue my dreams of becoming a waitress.
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Yeah. Somewhere along after you got to Nashville, you ended up in the backing band for Gwyneth Paltrow and in her Country Strong.
Yeah, that was odd too. I had to learn how to play the baritone guitar for that. I just remembered. Anyway, there was an audition and I tried out because I had nothing else to do. And then they picked me.
Yeah, not bad. Well, enough about the past. We absolutely adore the new record, and we'd love to hear some music if we could.
Sweet. This one's called Eve's Daughter.
That's Eve's Daughter from the new album To the Sunset, which is sixth album?
It's the fifth
album,
one.
okay.
Because this is a reason why. I was in the Playboys, and all the Texas Playboys made little fiddle tapes that we could sell at the merchandise table so we could make more money.
There you go.
And then, after Billy Joe Shaver told me to be a songwriter, I started writing songs.
There you go.
That's the delineation.
Yeah. So Eve's Daughter is actually your mom's story.
It is. It's just combined with other stories of everybody trying to, get equal pay and such, all of us women.
Yeah.
But it is my mom's story as the basic outline for it.
She is such, her story is really inspirational. She sort of put aside her own dreams and took jobs to keep the family going. And my understanding was that she is a bails bondsman and a fishmonger.
Yeah.
And then after the kids are grown, she goes out and gets her doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty unusual.
Yeah. I mean, she's a pretty tough lady.
Yeah. And hopefully pass that along.
I hope so too. I hope that Gene is right here.
You know, your dad has a song on the album too, in a way.
Oh, yep, he does that song, Paying Attention.
Yeah. Yeah, that one, that's pretty rough. I mean, in life, not the song.
It is. I don't know. Anyway, I know there's people here, and I'm not supposed to mention them, but they probably don't know the story, so I'll tell you. So my dad has this friend named John, or his name's not John, I just changed it in the song. But he was like, they were like friends forever, and he had mental, issues, but he didn't think he just thought they were like harmless. And my dad's off-season job that he does is gold dredging in Alaska. And so they're out there like getting gold off the bottom of the Bering Sea and, hanging out. And then then my dad had his birthday. And the next day, my dad let John borrow his truck. And then he went up to the town and needed to cleanse himself by fire, I guess. And you can hear it on a record called To the Sunset. Wasn't I paying attention?
Yeah.
He lived. That's the part that's amazing. Not in the song. Yeah.
That part's amazing. I hope he's doing better. The songs and the songwriting, you've got a little one, Mercy, and she is wants to help all the time. Yeah. And so, her helping songwriting, maybe she helps inadvertently, but when she tries to help, maybe it gets in the way a little bit. So how did you deal with songwriting?
I moved all of my things into my clothes closet and wrote the whole record there.
My understanding is that these were like marathon sessions, like 10 in the morning till midnight.
Yeah, I'm a slow writer, so it's like I have to do 10 or 12 hours to get things to what I feel is right, live withable. And it took a lot of time, but as a result of that time, I think that I got a lot more focused and a lot more in a place with myself where I was more, self-confident in the way that, I felt more confident in my process because I live with Jason Isbell, who can spit out a song in 20 minutes. And, for a while I felt like that maybe I was doing it wrong, but I think doing it this way, I learned how to just, okay, this is how I do it. You know what I mean?
And own it a little bit.
Yeah, and then I started hearing the sounds for the record. I went into this closet, started writing, and started hearing sounds.
And the sounds that you were hearing weren't the sounds that you've heard in the past.
They weren't voices.
Well, I'll come back to that in a minute. I'm still sort of hung up on the closet, but let's go back even farther.
It's not a Kardashian closet.
Right.
It's like an Americana closet. There's shoes and laundry everywhere.
Yes. So you got an MFA in poetry, mm-hmm. and one of the things that the poetry sort of that process helped you with was showing people unfinished work.
I mean, that was definitely a start where I got more comfortable with it, but I don't think I really was comfortable with it until I started taping it to the walls of the closet and then the bathroom and then the bedroom and then down the hallway. Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to show your work early on, and now I just don't care.
Well, you've got to deal with Jason that you don't talk to each other about your songs until you're given the okay, right?
Yeah, unless, you want if you're looking for advice or if you're looking for critique or if you're stuck, no unsolicited advice, please.
So you go into the closet and you've got your ukulele, you've got an auto harp, and your tenor guitar.
I had to take turns, so I had to take my violin and my auto harp in there because, like I said, it's an Americana closet. And then sometimes I would have to switch one out for the other thing. And so I just left my instruments in the bathtub. And
then you had notebooks that were full of ideas and fragments, mm-hmm. and you were tearing things out.
Shredding them.
Yeah, that's the part that I was going to get to. It's like some of the ideas got taped to the wall and the rest went into the shredder?
Yeah, because have you heard of this book, Swedish Death Cleaning?
No, but I'm intrigued.
Yeah. it's sort of in the idea of like I would hate for some kind of tragedy to befall me, and then all my stupid notes get found that that are a lot of times start out as 13-year-old girl type journaling. Not really, it's not that bad, but yeah, I don't want anybody to look at my unfinished work or steal my awesome ideas.
Well, it just strikes me
even
because
posthumously.
So many people will save that stuff and then go back just in case they miss something and sort of constantly mine, but you destroyed.
Oh yeah, it's, I don't take it, I don't know. You just know if it's a piece of crap.
But at least you composted with it.
I did.
So there's that.
Yeah, all the vegetables in the garden have ink on them.
As long as we're talking about writing, you talked about Jason being in the same house, but you've also had conversations about songwriting with John Prine. I mean, that would just terrify me.
I feel like this conversation is one-sided. Like it's all, I should be asking you some questions.
Feel free.
Yeah, I did talk to John about songwriting. He was writing Tree of Forgiveness when I started writing, when I was finishing writing my thesis, and we were overseas, and he liked the aisle seat and I liked the other aisle seat, and then just led to talking about songs and modern versions of a thesaurus, like an app for that. And
you've been known to read the dictionary.
I do. I mean, I read it for fun, like 1940s ones. I don't just like go, I'm going to go read the dictionary, but I keep one around, and at home. I don't know. I do that.
All right. Amanda Shires is our guest. The new album is To the Sunset. She's playing tonight at Knuckleheads. We'd love to hear another song if we could.
Okay. I didn't know what to say about the dictionary. It's interesting. So many words get lost as the language changes. What are we doing? Swimmer. Let's do swimmer. You're swimming in a daydream, and I'm just watching from the bank. You're covered in sun, and I forgot my camera, wishing it was real. And I look for you when I sleep, but it's no good, 'cause dreams don't keep. From here the world's spinning, and I swear I'd drown just to have you come hover over me, speak something close to me. Oh, it's getting late, so I look for you when I sleep, but it's no good, 'cause dreams don't keep. April was the last time I think I saw you. You were carrying lightning, the way you walked into the room. If I was a flower, I would have opened up and bloomed. I say I don't care, but I'm a liar. Look how easy a heart can catch on fire. I say I don't care, but I'm a liar. Look how easy a heart can catch on fire.
Amanda Shires live in the Bridge Studios this afternoon. To the Sunset is the new album, and she's playing tonight at Knuckleheads. So you mentioned when you were in the closet that you started to hear these songs and that it was, at least a little bit different than what you'd done in the past.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'd just take a song into the studio, and this time I had ideas of what I wanted it to sound like from the beginning. And so I called Dave Cobb and scheduled a pre-production meeting, which was really just a lunch at Chewy's in Nashville. And we talked about what I was trying to do and the sounds for the different songs and things like that. It was the first time I've ever done that, for sure.
You've spoken in the past about how, maybe not the most technical person, so you almost need somebody who can read your mind, and Dave Cobb seems to be that guy.
He's the perfect translator, for sure. It's like if we're having a conversation and we're talking about music and you're trying to compare it to something like I would like it to sound more like it's in an aquarium, or more like it's real hot outside and sparkly. He'll pick like 2 or 3 things that he thinks I'm talking about, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Or else if he can't find it, he'll make other people try to do it. Try this on the piano. Play the synthesizer.
What's really interesting in a way, too, is that, like, violin is like your first instrument, your first go-to for finding melody and personal expression. Mm-hmm. And yet, the sound that you're describing is maybe not completely conducive to the violin. Right.
So what I was having a hard time with when I was putting violin on it is that it wasn't blending with all the other textures, really. And so Dave, once again, brought out some pedals and made it all, work. So I didn't have to abandon the violin, which was not going to happen anyway.
So basically, it's like essentially like guitar pedals?
Yep, totally.
It sounds great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And back in Radio Studio A, too.
Yeah, that place is awesome.
Do you, I've asked several people this, but do you feel the weight of history when you're in that room?
If I think about it too hard, yeah.
You try not to?
Yeah, I do that sometimes when I go in and, when I'm leaving, let myself, take that part in. But I don't need any more scrutiny when I'm trying to record. Or what's the word I was looking for? Pressure.
Yeah. So you take these songs from your own life sometimes from the lives of others or whatever, wherever inspiration comes from, but break out the champagne. Mm-hmm. There was a particular instance that sort of brought that. Yeah,
there are 3 vignettes in this song, different settings where something happens. The first one, my best friend was telling me about how the world was going to end. She read something in the newspaper, whatever. And then the second one was when I was in a plane that lost an engine, and we went landing in a abandoned field or airfield in Maine. And then the third one is just a friend talking about a breakup.
So was it nerve-wracking when they lost the engine? They announced that to the.
Oh yeah, it was. It was yeah. Of course it is. It got quiet, and they took away our booze, and we all sat there in quiet,
So what did you think when they took away your booze?
What I thought? I thought, that sucks. This sucks. What a way to go. And then we landed, and the fire trucks and all that happened. And I think to deal with that situation, I just rewrote it in my mind, like we all like to do when we're I don't know. So I just, in my mind, rewrote it like, that's not what happened. We all got champagne and then court-martialed shortly after. And
well, you would think that, if there's a potential that you could die, that maybe there'd be a complimentary drink in there somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I guess they were, I don't know what was going on. I don't know. Budgets, how do they work? Planes going down. Who can't afford to lose wine?
There's so many good songs on this record.
But the point of it is, for all those things that happen, is to more like have fun with it and like notice that it won't last forever.
Well, and that's kind of what you had as an idea going in. It's sort of like, it feels like everything's been so hard and so difficult.
Totally.
And sometimes it's just about the personal choice.
Yeah.
of attitude.
I have a question. Can I say an acronym? Are these letters SHIT on this station or no?
You can do it. It's
We
just whether or
shouldn't do
not
it.
we'll get in trouble.
Oh, we don't want you to get in trouble. Okay. I'm not going to do it. I was just going to
Okay.
reference the line, but I
Okay.
didn't.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, ship high in transit.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. The new album is To the Sunset. It is Amanda Shires. She's at Knuckleheads tonight. We'd love to hear another song if we could.
Should we do the one we talked about or not? Switzerland.
Let's just leave it alone.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh.
Playing the piano, it's Peter Levin. Playing the bass, Macy Taylor. Playing the guitar, rocking the hair, Zach Setchfield. Playing the other guitar, rocking the other set of hairs, Seth Plemons.
No, I'm sorry. I
Okay.
laughed.
Get it together. This is live.
Careful there, you're getting too close. What you think you're feeling is crushing it most, but I already know I can't leave it alone. I can't leave it alone. Hands find the places where they've never been to know for themselves new surfaces in mind. They've got a mind of their own. I can't leave it alone. Oh, let the night start unfolding. Get to the part where the space between us closes, where we lean into the gold blue sky of morning, with the words we can't find like bees inside us swarming. I can't leave it alone. Stormlight through windows paints everything. Shades of neglected fish tank green, and I envy your clothes, how they get to be so close. I can't leave it alone. Strange as the snowfall on the plains, your eyes glitter like an eagle's caged, glitter in the knowing. I can't leave it alone.
That's Leave It Alone. Amanda Shires live on the bridge this afternoon. To the Sunset is the new album. She's at Knuckleheads tonight. You know, I was thinking when I was listening to the record, you know, so much of it is like running the violin through pedals and all that. Did you have to reinvent these songs a little bit just to play them live?
No, but I mean, playing live is supposed to change. I think, you know, the record and the recording are fun, but the songs sort of are alive themselves when you're in a live setting. So
Yeah. The version you just played for us felt like a different song. Both lovely, right?
thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely great.
They're so great.
Good band.
They make me
Thanks for
sound good.
introducing them, by the way.
No problem.
Amanda Shires, the new album is To the Sunset. She's at Knuckleheads tonight, and that album will be at the merch table. Again, welcome home. Thanks
Good to be back.
Thanks for coming in, taking the time off from what's clearly a really busy day to share music with us.
Pleasure's all on this side of the microphone.
Amanda Shires live on the bridge.